Sports Pro Basketball 2024. In the last video, we ran the 2025 draft and drafted 3 players, and it was kind of disappointing. We'll get right into it and we'll review our picks real quick in case you forgot, because honestly, I'm having trouble even myself remembering the names of the guys we drafted. Here's our team, and we drafted George Parker with the fourth overall pick. And he was kind of projected to be the best player in that draft, which I think will end up being, or I think it actually ended up being, a very weak draft because he was like the best player in terms of star rating from the scouts, and he's only a 3-star player initially here, starting his career, with the potential of a 4-star, uh, becoming a 4-star player. So he really isn't an amazing player. He's a solid player, but the other guys we drafted were Joe Russell, who is not very good at all, apparently. And we also drafted um, Larry Martin, who is a little bit better than Joe Russell, but not that much better. This is actually our second round pick, who ended up being better than our first round pick, who was the 11th pick. So, um, you know, I mean, George Parker is probably as good of a player as we could have drafted with the 4th pick. But the other two, and Larry Martin, I mean, by the time you get to that point in the second round, sometimes a 2-star player is all you can ask for. We really kind of hit the dud with the Joe Russell pick. I made this pick based off star ratings and based on where we were in the draft at that point, and the star rating system was just wrong. And sometimes it is on these games. So, uh, you know, the thing about Russell is we have to pay him for 2 years. Even if we release him, we still have to pay him for that second year. So I think I'll keep him around this year and next year, but certainly I probably won't renew this contract after next season. I'm just gonna let him walk after next season. So, um, but that's what our team looks like at this moment, and it's time for the summer league. So we're going to go ahead and invite. Um, see, Colin can still go with the summer team. Lopez. I'm just going to put all the players I can on the summer team. And this is the one thing I kind of care the least about personally. So, um, there's only 5 spots left. I want to go ahead and I will let the computer do this part. I think that I think the off season. I wish you could just cut out the summer league. To be honest, it's a decent way to see how your rookies will perform, but they're only performing against other rookies and other players who aren't even making the league. So it's not really a great way to see how they're going to play once season play starts. So in a way, the summer league almost feels kind of pointless, I think. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the summer league here. So George Parker is having some pretty good games, but again, it's against lesser competition. All right, it looks like maybe the Gears won the summer league, and um, with that being done, I'm going to go, and then we'll take back control. And it's time for free agency. And once again, right before free agency starts, we'll look at the team really quick. And if you want to keep some kind of balance to the positions, so we got 2 point guards, 3 shooting guards, 2 small forwards, 2 power forwards, and 2 centers. So we've got at least 2 of every position. But if you're looking at the positions here in terms of starters, I think we actually lack the most at power forward. So we'll try to draft sign a power forward here with the money we have, which I think is like a little over 9 million. If I'm remembering right. Yeah, 9.2 million to work with. And then once the season starts, I'll probably just real quickly sign some one and a half or 2 star guys to fill out the rest of the roster. Now, I don't really expect we could get this Louis Hoya, who's a free agent here. He'll probably want more than 9 million, being a 5-star player. We can at least have a meeting with him. Yeah, he wants 34 million over the course of the next 5 years. So we're just not going to be able to afford him, unfortunately. Lonnie Sims. I keep looking at these guys till I find somebody. He wants the same thing. He's not really the same level of a player. Nate Morris. Wow, these guys want a lot. Look at Gabe Williams. 30 million, that's just out of the question. Patrick Phillips. 27 million. Terrence Rich. Can you only have like 5 meetings a week? Oh. Well. I think I've already used up my my meetings. I did not realize that. Let's look at Terrence Rich. Can we make him an offer at least? We don't know what he demands though. Well, let's make an offer. I want to offer. I don't think this will work based on what others were expecting, but let's offer like 8 million for. Let's just do 3 years with a 2% raise. Let's see if he'll bite on that at all. We got an email from somebody. No signings. Yeah, it looks like he didn't even entertain it. He's already off the board, so he's probably not an option either. We'll see what this email's about. Oh yeah, offer rejected. if you're interested in signing Terrence Rich, you're going to have to make a much higher offer than that. Well, buddy, we can't really afford a much higher offer than that if you want to stay below the goodness, what's it called? The cap space. My goodness. Forgive me, it's early. It's early this morning. I'm still trying to wake up. All right. Okay. Let's go back and looking at the power forwards. We can't get Terrence Rich. And this computer seems to be running a little slow this morning. Okay. Well, okay, so you can have apparently like 5 meetings a day. So let's at least have our meetings back. We're probably not going to get Terrence Rich. Let's look at Maurice Barnes. He wants 17 million over the course of 3 years. Now, does that mean 17 million every year, or does that mean 17 million for the entirety of the 3 years? His top team's Indiana. Let's see, promise you will have at least. I think that's probably true because we'll have Bennett and we'll have Fortson at least, so we can at least say he's a building block if he signs. Let's go ahead and offer Maurice Barnes. We'll try the same thing we tried with Terrence Rich, which is $8 million a year for 3 years. We take 2% raise. Okay, we'll try. It's like a pretty good offer to me for that guy. So we'll go ahead and try signing him. Yeah, it must mean 17 million every year, and we just don't have. We don't have that kind of money. I think re-signing Fortson, because now we're picking up those extra years on Fortson and Bennett. I think it's affected our cap space quite a bit. Sorry if you hear my vent running. All right. We got Freddie Swigart. Who's only a 2-star or 2.5-star potential player. So, what does he want? Let's see. 16 million over 2 years. This should be leveled up. We're not even doing anything. We're just looking at people. All right, upgrade skills. Let's bump that up 1. This up 2. There we go. That was kind of cool. Pleasant surprise. Let's go back to the free agents. All right. I'm still going to try to get the best player I possibly can. Even if I get rejected, I get rejected. I mean, but, oh, have we met with Matt Wilson already? There's Kenny Daniels. Okay, he wants 10 million for 2 years. Maybe we can afford Kenny Daniels. So we'll see. He'll be a building block. And let's make him an offer. Again, we'll try the 8 million for two. He says 2 years, so we'll also say 2 years. Uh, let's see if Kenny Daniels will sign with us for that. Okay, no one signed. Okay, but he didn't just outright reject us either, so we'll keep that offer on the table and we'll keep going. Okay, Atlanta signed Louis Hoya for $195 million over the course of his contract. That's crazy. This might take a few minutes. I will take this time to say, um, if you have any interest in watching me play a different type of game, I did post a video on the game Portal 4 or 5 days ago, and this computer, I only bought this laptop about a year and a half ago, and like it's been fine. It's not giving me any major problems, but it had some trouble with running Portal, which is odd because it should. I mean, with the stuff that this computer has, it's not like it's not a top of the line, state of the art laptop, but it certainly should run Portal. We had a hard time running Portal, and I also posted a video just last night of the game Evoland, which is a pretty cool game if you've never checked it out. I have those posted on the channel. Looks like the Condors re-signed Cravens, so kind of get an update on where he is now. We still don't have a word back from Kenny Daniels, so we'll keep running this until we until either he signs or he rejects us. Still no word back. We just keep running. That's all right. I'm an indecisive person myself. It's like it's a pretty good offer for him. Okay, he still hasn't signed, but he's still considering. So once again, we'll keep going. We might go this whole period and not sign anybody. Just pick up some players once the season starts. Once the season starts, you can sign basically anybody available to a 1-year contract. Okay, here we go. Kenny Daniels does accept and signs with us for $16 million over the course of the next 2 seasons. And with that done, we will go ahead and simulate the entire rest of this signing period. Not a very exciting free agency signing period, but I'm trying to stay below the cap space and um, try not to overspend because our owner seems to be one of those types of owners that he doesn't care all that much about success, but whenever you say that you're going to spend below the cap, he seems pretty happy about that. Hopefully this don't take too long. We see him in several days waiting for Kenny Daniels to sign. I'll go ahead and at least try to get to the start of the next season in this video. I try to upload as frequently as I can, but it's been a while since we've played any games or simulated any games, so I'll go ahead and try to get to the next season at least in this video. Okay, it's the rookie option deadline, which means we can make some decisions on these contracts. We got Bennett for the next 3 seasons, Fortson for the next 4 seasons. Here's Kenny Daniels, who we just signed. Okay, George Parker here. We've got him for 2 seasons. We can go ahead and guarantee him for a 3rd season. And he's pretty good. I've also thought about just trading him. I mean, he'll kind of be like Richardson was last season for us, just a backup center. And he probably has a lot of trade value where he's so young and has some solid potential. We also got George Cullen, who we could sign for another. We could guarantee him another year. And we've got Joe Russell, who, bless his heart, I'm going to try to get rid of as soon as possible. We got Sonny, Hooper, and Larry Martin. That's what our team's made up of right now. I just don't want to. I don't know what I want to do with Parker entirely yet. Cullen's been pretty solid for us. I think I'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's pick Cullen up for that extra year. And let's pick Parker up for 1 extra year for right now and just leave it like this right here. Or at the very least, I mean, we can still trade Parker easily, I think, with that guaranteed third year. And this way we got at least a decent point guard for the next couple years with Colin. So I think that'll work out just fine. Let's go ahead and advance. And now we have training camp. And I'm going to go ahead and, since we hired, I usually try to train whoever your best draft pick is. So we'll go ahead and try to train George Parker. This actually looks pretty good. Well, he's not really an outside shooter at all, so I'll take this completely off and I'll move jump shots up a little bit. And we'll also we'll train our centers to once again go ahead and maybe give him some more. Yeah, that looks not bad. Okay, this is what we're running with. Here's a look at what everybody improved in. And once again, we come look at this. Cullen's still 2.5. Fortson's still 3.5. Russell's still 1 star. Martin's still 1.5. Everybody stayed about the same, looks like, after the training period. Sometimes after the training period is when you can see their star ratings actually jump a little bit. But everybody stayed the same, looks like. All right, we do need to assign scouting points. Um, you really don't see a lot of international players in the drafts. I do want some basic ratings though, in case. Let's do it. Can we do like a quick rating on this, and then do a basic rating? I kind of want a deep dive. We can't do that. Also, man, because I wonder what a deep dive consists of. Because I don't really know what it consists of. Right here, deep dive. Scouts provide notification for under and overrated players. Well, they could definitely help out because we got kind of shafted drafting Joe Russell. Well, we at least want a 1 to 5 star ranking, at least. So let's do a quick ranking on both of these, and then do a deep dive on the U.S. players. That way we'll know which ones might be overrated and which ones might be underrated. And we'll just go with that right there, I think. And we'll go ahead and advance to the next stage. That way, in the next year's draft, we'll try not to end up with another Joe Russell situation. It's the D League draft, which is something, again, I don't really use the D League very much. So let's just skip by that, and once again, we'll bring in a fictional draft class. Hopefully it's a better draft class than one we just had. All right, it's time for the new season. And you know what? I think we could do a few games in this season. Let's just do like, let me think. I try to do like a dozen games each video, but we've already done free agency in this video, so I don't want to do a dozen on top of that. So I could do like, well, let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and sign 3 players and fill this roster out. Then I'll sim like 2 games, I think. Or maybe I could sim. If I sim 10 games, then we could break down the rest of the videos in a dozen games each. So maybe I can do that. This will be kind of a lengthy video if I do that, but that'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and let's look at free agents. Here we go. And before we do that, I'm going to look at the team real quick. We've got 3 shooting guards and we've got 3 power forwards. So I'll try to keep away from shooting guards and power forwards and sign like a 2-star player if I can at the rest of each of the positions. Here's a 2-star center, Kevin Cormier. We got a Mario Williams. And let's get a point guard. Yeah, we'll just go with Calvin Walker. I don't think these ever usually matter a whole lot. They're just going to be kind of filler for your roster. All right, now we got 15 players. And here's what essentially the team looks like. I think it might we might struggle some once again. We're gonna keep plugging away until we get Get a nice team to work with. And we'll try to simulate about 10 games here early on. The first game of the season here is against the Eagles. They're an 18-point favorite. Goodness. We have Ramsey. Is he still out with that stinking broken ankle? I thought he would have been back from that. 38 days. Well, what does the team look like without? We got Colin, Fortson, Asani, Barnes, and Bennett is who it recommends. You know what? Let's put Larry Martin in here. Move Ramsey down. He's injured. All right. That's probably as good as we can get right now. Okay, we lost. That's okay. We'll play a few games and see what it look like and maybe make some changes in offense and defense. We got the Bison next. We got another injured player. And then we got Kenny Daniels out, who we just signed, but it's only for a day. Larry Martin doing that first game. He had 12 points. That's not bad. He shot 71% from the field. Yeah, he had a pretty good game, honestly. I'll move up Asani a bit more. Well, it's got Cormier up here if he's not really going to play that much. There we go. We'll run with this right here for the second game. Against the Bison, they've been pretty good too in the last couple of seasons, so I kind of expect another loss here. And we do lose. Man. All right, we got the Hoops next. They're 2-0 so far. Looks like we should have Daniels back though. Yeah, we have Daniels back. Let's try Mario Williams, who we just signed. What's Larry Martin doing? He didn't even. You know what? He shot 50%, so he's not doing that bad either. But Larry Martin has been. Okay, he did shoot. He did shoot rather poorly. Looks like in the last game because his percentage went way down. Let's try Mario Williams here as a starter. Move Asani back up here. What does this look like? All right, we'll run that right there for the next game. Man, lost 3 in a row. Lost our first 3 games. And George Parker's out now. Only for a day though. So let's just move up Daniels and Lopez. So let's move each of these guys up 1. We'll run that right there. Man. And Barnes has an injury because of course he does. No games on this day. And we have a team incident. Let's see what the team incident is. Paul Lopez and Calvin Walker having a loud argument. Both players' attitudes have dropped. Now Lopez is still happy, and so let's see, Walker. Yeah, they're both still happy. I'm not too concerned about it. Cullen's on one. It's kind of a little upset at the moment. I haven't had a game for a few days. We have one against the Spartans, who also are not very good, looks like. So let's take a look at the depth chart before we play this game. Barnes is out for a week. We'll start Daniels. Sonny's also out for today, so Parker back up. He's healthy now. All right. Let Joe Russell down here. Okay, let's hear about this for this next game. I kind of expect another loss, and if we do lose, even if we don't lose, we actually won this game. Kenny Daniels with 26 points, man. Well, we at least win one game. Oh man, are people already having problems with the new coach? Sony does not like Coach Tuohei, but I don't. I mean, Sony is like one of those players you've had. He's been on the team every single year so far, and he's kind of caused some problems, and he's kind of also not that great. But we still have him under contract. The game generated us with a like a 4 year contract with this guy. So he's been kind of a piss to have around. Um, it's all right though. I probably won't re-sign him. We'll just let his contract play out. But if he doesn't like Coach Tuohy, I can't. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. So here's where we are right now. We're 25th in scoring, 11th in defense, 19th in assists per game, and 28th in rebounding per game, which isn't great. Once again, defense is the only thing we're over average on. So I think if you look at the strategy, okay, I don't like that the game does this. It wants to. I think when I go to like I don't know what it wants to do. It should not change this stuff without me telling it to, and it does. Let's go to a grind offense because it worked better for us last year, and we'll do a straight man to man, and we'll see how that works. Also, let's look at turn zone down just a little bit more. We'll see what this looks like. Um, just switching to a yeah. Let's see, switching to a grind offense with a man-to-man defense. We already got a win there, so we're 2-4 now. I didn't even look at the depth chart for that game. I was just frustrated because the game once again switched without me telling it to. The offense and the defense both changed. All right, we got next game here against the Beams, who are really good. In fact, or not. That's not us. Goodness, against the Pioneers, who are not bad though. They're 3-3. Looks like it's gonna be beatable though. Look at the depth chart before we start. Let's move Asani up. Parker Lopez, Asani. Larry Martin up. So. All right, we'll run with this here for this game. All right, we're already doing better. 3-4 now. We're at about 3 more games. Can't wait to get I can't Matt Ramsey, get Ramsey back. He's actually a pretty good player for us. So is Barnes. We'll just keep this. Looks like we got the same team we had in the last game. So we got the Americans here in this game. And they're an 18-point favorite. But you know what? They won by 20. Or no, they won by 30, actually. Goodness. Okay. All right. We got the Roar up next. And they're 7-1. They're pretty good. Oh man, Bennett is out, so it gives Parker a chance to start. Williams is out, so we'll start Martin again. Makes Lopez the 6th man. Let's just move these guys up. Hooper's been around a long time too for us. Hey, Barnes is back though. Let's move Barnes up. I could actually probably start Barnes. He started for us all season last season, or all year last season. Let's see, Daniels is a 2-star. Okay, let's move Lopez up. What does this look like? That's kind of a short rotation, but that's probably what I'll run with in this game. Hey, we actually got a win. We beat a really good team. Okay, so 4-5 now. Not terrible. Okay, let's look at. We'll run one more game. Looks like we have the same players we did last time. So let's go ahead and run this last game against the Rangers. And they're a 12.5 point favorite, but it is on their court. Okay. But you know what? We went 3-2 after switching to the grind offense, which we're obviously much better at, I think. Okay, and we'll stop right here as far as simulating goes. It looks like we have Bennett and Williams back. So let's go ahead and set this up for the next game here. I still want to start Asani out of position, which I never do like. Put Williams back up there again. All right, let's try this right here. Okay, that's how we'll look at the next game anyway. We are 26th in points per game, 6th in defense, 16th in assists per game, and 27th in rebounds per game. Which, you know, that's about, I don't know if I expected any, maybe slightly better, but, you know, based on what our team's made up of, I don't know if I could ask for much more than like a 500 team once again. I think we're kind of going to struggle around there until something breaks at some point and we just kind of catch a break and go on a run. One of these seasons, hopefully something like that happens. I'm gonna keep plugging away whether or not it happens or not, because I just like playing this game. I like trying to build teams and trying something to see if we can get some kind of success in this game. But anyway, if you like this video, keep coming back. I'll keep making them. I should be able to post a video tomorrow and on Monday. And if you like them, keep coming back. Check out the other videos I have on this channel of me playing Portal and Evoland. I may even play some more Evoland this weekend and upload another video on that. And with all that being said, hope you enjoy this video. Until next time.